Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode, and today we are going to scrape Google search results with Python. We will build a SERP, S-E-R-P. Do you know what this means? Let's go and open any browser, and if you go here to google.com and search for anything, Python projects, enter. These are called the search engine result, Google result, or the SERP, search engine result page. We are going to develop a Python script that can read these results. This is super important in SEO monitoring and collecting Google's data for research, for data analysis, and much more. We are not going to use any third parties, any API. We are going to do this from scratch with Python. Let's start. Step number one, of course, opening Visual Studio Code to start coding. I will create a new file, save it somewhere. I will call serpscrape.py for Python, and here we are. So in this project, I will be using Selenium WebDriver to open the browser and navigate to Google. So we are automating web browsing, and I will be using Beautifulsoup model to scrape and read the results. So let's do some imports. The Selenium WebDriver and Selenium Stealth from the Stealth library and the Beautifulsoup. What is Selenium Stealth? If you don't know, we have this project I found on GitHub. Someone developed it. Thank you for developing. And this project will help you open Selenium and automate web browsing in a stealth mode, so not to look as a bot and get always these reCAPTCHAs from Google and so on. So you can bypass all public bots. You can also do some Google account login, and you can see it's maintaining a normal reCAPTCHA 3 score. So it's very important to look like a human being browsing the web. So these are the imports. We got our model. Let's start coding. To save some time, let's do some magic and paste the code. These are the WebDriver Chrome options. It's headless, not needed. Headless means you are running the browser in the background. You don't have anything on the screen. It's only in the code. And we have this option to call or use this Chrome driver, which is compatible with my Chrome browser. Remember, when you want to use Selenium, the Chrome driver version must be the same as your Chrome browser. So here in my browser, my version here is 100. So my Chrome driver must be version 100. Okay, that's simple. Let's run the stealth function. Here we are. You can see we passed the driver and some other parameters like the vendor, platform, renderer. In short, this will help you look as a human being browsing the web with Selenium to avoid any bot detection and reCAPTCHA. Now we have to open and search Google with our Selenium WebDriver. So let's define a query. I will say, let's search for Python tutorial for beginners. It's like opening Google and searching for this keyword. So this is our search query. Then I will define two lists. One will hold the links and one will hold the titles. So we have the links, titles. Just to make things clear, if you go here to Google again, Python, whatever project, we have for each result, we have a link, the URL, and we have the title, we have the description and date and so on. Now in this video, we'll focus on title and the URL, which is the most important things here on this page. Now just to make things clear, here in this script, I'm trying to my best to make it as simple as possible without any complications, especially for beginners here. I know we can combine these lists in one and whatever. If you are a beginner, you will get the point. It will help you. If you're an advanced Python programmer, you can also get the idea and do whatever you want with the script. It's free and open source and whatever. Okay, so the next step is to define the number of pages you want to scrape in Google. So in my case, I will say number of pages is equal to 5. I want to scrape the first 5 pages on Google. Then we will start scraping. Are you ready? So I will loop in this range from 1 to number of pages with a simple for loop for each page in range 1 to n pages. In our case, it's 5. You can change this to 10, to 50, whatever you want to scrape the number of pages you want on Google. Then I will define the URL we want to open with Selenium. So this is the URL. Google search Q as a query string, which is the query you want to search, and starts means which page. Start with this page. Very simple. So we have the URL now. We want to open it with Selenium. We will simply say driver.getURL. This line of code will open the browser, of course silently in the back end, and navigate to this URL. So it's like opening this page. Now we have this page open. Now it's time to scrape the results. So we are going to use Beautifulsoup to do this. It's super easy, by the way. You will see now. I will read the page source with soap. Beautifulsoup function. I will pass the page source from the driver and the HTML parser to parse HTML and get the full back end. Example, if you go here to click on view page source, it's like reading this page source, the HTML source. Then we need to go and search for the title and the links. You remember? We want to find links and titles in this weird HTML page. So how to do this with a Beautifulsoup? It's super simple. With this simple line of code, I will define a new variable called search, and I will tell Beautifulsoup to find all div tags with this class. What's this class? Let's see. If you go here back and right click on any of these results and click on inspect, you will see this div tag with this class. If you hover over it, you will see it's the search result. You can see it. So we want to get all these classes, all these div tags with this class, which are the search results. We quote it. Now we want to read the title and the link inside this div tag. We will loop inside all the tags in this div tag and get the href attribute from all the anchor tags and the text of all anchor tags. It's that simple. Again, what this means, if you open this div here, you'll see the anchor tag. It has the href attribute. This is the URL. This is the text. So we'll get this text and this URL and add it to our list. And now it's almost done. Let's print all links and all titles in our list. Let's try it. I will go to debug and run to see what will happen now. Awesome. You can see now we have all these links in the first 5 pages and all these titles. Again, as I told you, it's not the best way to implement it. You can join it with one list to print each title with every link. You can do whatever you want, but I believe in this way, in this form, all beginners will understand the idea. Let me show you now a direct application of how this can help you. Look at my new project. If you open here SQL Server and go here to data analysis and go here to Google search result. Let's open a new here query and say select count everything from Google search results. I collected more than 100,000 Google search results. Let me show you here. Edit the keywords, the keyword length, keyword and meta description, the titles, the URLs, the URL length, the meta description, meta length, domain. All these metrics I scraped and collected them to do a full data study about Google search results and see how someone can craft the best title, the best meta description to rank on top of Google. I will share with you all this soon on my channel, so don't forget the notifications and get every new update. Soon you'll get this full data set. You will see how data analysis work in depth. A lot of interesting things to learn here. Now, I believe if you like this video, I think you will like also learning how to capture any website screenshot with Python also in this video. Go now, watch it, and get a new project and a new source code. See you later.